everybody.
Hi, everybody. So, welcome to this is our first go live, event here. I'm Nathan. This is Lean. Introduce yourself, Lean.
Hi, my name is Ling, and we excited to be live and to have an interview with Karen.
Yeah, Karen Nguyen is a mom, a wife, and a dental technician, and she owns her own dental lab. She's from Canada. Karen, do you want to tell us a little bit more about you?
Alrighty, yeah. So you've already said who I am and where I'm from. So as a small business owner, so I run a small dental lab, which I actually work from home. So I have my small lab at home. And I think a lot of people think, being your own boss, working from home, like that's just the perfect ideal solution. But as my daughter always tell me, that's but the one thing you didn't account for is your time. I ended up actually my business actually owned me. I didn't own my business because I was sort of a slave to it. I was working like long hours. And as a mom, it's really heartbreaking, kind of to be home, but you always have to say no to your kids because you're too busy working. And like time flies by, right? And then I just felt really stuck. I felt like, maybe this is the way it is. We trade our time for money to provide for our family. Just felt really helpless and stuck. And I really wanted to make a change and do something where I can get back those time with my kids. And I realized, they're growing up really fast. They're in high school now. And if I don't do something about it today, I'm probably going to look back in a few years and live with like tremendous regrets. So I think God must have answered my prayer, because that's when I came across this online business, because honestly, doing something online is completely outside of my comfort zone, and it was totally not on my list of things to do to get myself out of that, that situation. But here I am today as an online business owner, and this is all thanks to this amazing business that I found, which is literally made for everyday people, just like myself, that has no technical skills or no experience in the online space. So yeah.
Wow, excellent. Thanks.
I totally understand that. Yeah. By the way, I admire you. I admire your story, and you step out of your comfort zone.
Yeah.
So it sounds like it was all about finding a better work-life balance, essentially. And we found that it was it's sort of like the ability to be able to do your work whenever it was best for you, as opposed to having it just be whenever it was best for whoever else was in your life, like, your clients, essentially. In this business where it's like online, it seems like you can get a much better work-life balance. And I think that we found that as well.
Yeah.
But we have seen some pushback on people thinking that it might not be a legitimate business. Can you tell us more about that and how you found out, that it was fully legitimate?
Well, I'm a business owner myself, so of course I had my doubts, skeptic being something online, because you hear a lot about all the scam and the fraud and stuff. But when I looked into it more, and I realized you do need to pay tax, you do need to declare your earnings. So to me, as a business owner, I realized if you're running any business and you need to pay tax, it's got to be legitimate, because otherwise the government can't get their hands on your money, because there are people that run under the table business or something, and it's all cash. That means they get away with the tax. But everything we do here is legitimate and registered. So like, I'm from Canada, so our, I guess, tax government body is called the CRA. So we are registered with that. And we do get this tax slip from, for our income that we earned through the year. And we need to declare that and pay tax for that. So that's how it is for me, is legitimate. And the other thing about this online business we've always talked is not a get rich quick thing, because I think any legitimate and real business takes time to grow and build, because being a business owner myself, I know, and any business requires an investment in your time and effort, right? So if it's, sounds too good to be true, it probably is. I mean, if there's something out there that promise you'll be making 10,000 next month with very little effort or time or money invested, then I would question if that's real or legitimate. But for our business model, it's not going to get you rich in the next month, or the next 3 months or the 6 month, but it sure has provided for a lot of people a very comfortable earning within 6 months to a year, or for some people, so within 6 months to a year, you can earn a comfortable living if you are willing to put in the time and the effort to make the business work for you. So that's for me. I find it's real because it's not something, all glitzy and, it's here today and gone tomorrow. Because another thing is our business has been around for years. It's been over 4 years now. So if we were just something not legitimate and real, I think we'd probably be gone, not around on the internet anymore.
Yeah.
I believe so.
It's a very good point, as well as I was thinking about how I came to the business was knowing Lean. She did all the research and all the heavy lifting for me. What was it that brought you to this business specifically? Like, was there a specific person, or how did you hear about it? What brought you to this business?
I actually heard about this business from my sister. So I guess like your situation, Leanne did all the heavy work. So my sister actually came across this business because at the time she came across the business, she was just finishing up her mat leave, and she was, she had to go back. So in Canada, when you have a baby, they give you a year off kind of with pay partially. And then after that, you need to return to work. And at that time, that was her third child. And she just doesn't want to go back to work. She wants to be a stay-at-home mom and raise her children. And plus, with 3 kids, sending them to the daycare, whatever she brings home is really close to nothing. She's really working to pay someone to raise her kids. So she figured, you know what? I mean, she's not going to go back to work, but she's going to look for something that she can do from home. Like, she even tried some arts and craft and sell it on, eBay, Etsy, and stuff like that. But none of that really works for her. And that's when she came across this, and she really looked into it, and she started it. And then I think about 2 months after she got into it, that's when she shared with me, because I was like kind of talking to her one day. I'm telling her how, I admire her. She's so lucky that she's able to be home with her kids and raise her kids and not missed out. Whereas I am home, but I don't get that time freedom with my kids. So that's when she shared with me. She goes, I started something to supplement our family's budget, even though I'm home. And she goes, maybe you should check this out. It could be, it may work for you and alleviate, help you out. And so that you can cut back on your dental lab work and have more time for your kids. So that's when I kind of looked into it and was still scared and skeptical. Like I said, I've never done anything. And I think another thing was a good fit for me is that, like Nathan mentioned earlier, it actually fits around my schedule. So as with an online business, it's very flexible, very portable. So I get to choose when and where I want to work. And it fits because at that time, I couldn't just shut down my dental lab because that was our main source of income for our family. So I had to have to keep that going, but I was able to start this, on the side as a side hustle, as a part-time thing, working it sort of like late at night after I finished my dental work. Like, it was a slow process getting there, but putting in the time and effort definitely paid off now. Whereas if I were to pursue anything else, I would probably have to shut down my lab. And, if I were to do another business, I'd probably have to, leave my home, physically be at the site or be at that new business to operate it. But with this online business, it can actually fit alongside my dental lab work, which makes it the perfect, I guess, for me, the perfect solution at that time. So that's how I came across and started this whole online journey.
I love it. Yeah. You're like, this is the perfect side hustle. That's awesome.
It's not like my situation almost the same your sister. That I spent like almost 2 years to look for an online business. I run the e-commerce store, and I have a store on Walmart, and I still have it. And I do a lot of things online. I am a dietitian. I have a skincare studio at home, but also I try to look for an online job. But it took me over a year to establish my store by myself, but it didn't work because I work on myself. I need a team, I need support, and I am not a tech savvy. So I'm so happy that I found this business, and I wish I know it earlier.
That was my only regret too, that I didn't come across this sooner. But I think everything is meant to be, and there's a timing for everything, I guess.
Yeah. Yes.
So there are many good parts of this business. What are your favorite parts?
I think Leanne must have touched on that too. I goes, yes, there is a lot of great things with our business model here, but I could be biased, but for example, our training is super simple, and like Liam said, it's designed, or myself, I said it's designed for everyday people, and none of us here are tech savvy, so all the heavy lifting is done for us. All the technical part, all the system, all the automation stuff is all done for us in the back end, so we don't need to try to figure it out and set everything up for ourselves. We just get plugged into the system. You can think of it as a franchise. So that was one of my favorite thing, because like I said, I'm not tech savvy, and I just didn't have the time when I started to invest the time to learn everything. If I were to do that, I probably wouldn't be starting this business. But because that was all taken care for me, and I just have to focus on, one part of the business is just the marketing, the attraction marketing part of it. And that is, that's, and then I think another favorite part of the business, because coming from my dental lab work, is the flexibility and the portability of this business. Because with my other job, it's like I have to physically be in my lab on my bench working, right? So I can't be in two places at once. But with this business, I don't have to say no to family events because I have deadlines to meet. So I have to stay home and work. I mean, if we have family gathering or birthday parties to go to, it's okay. I can go because I can take my business with me. Like, pretty much you just need your cell phone and you're good to go once you're set up, right? Because we have a laptop, but we don't really need to be on our laptop all the time. So most of the time we're just on, able to run our business from our phone as long as we have internet connections. So this means, when we travel to my parents, I could be working on my business while my husband's driving. So that is probably got to be my favorite part, is that flexibility, because now I actually kind of own my time. I can work on the business, but still can be there and present for my kids and my family. Like I don't have to say no, that, oh no, we can't go because I have to stay home and work. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
No, that is awesome. And that's what I'm, most looking forward to really getting to be a part of our lives, is the mobility and portability. Yeah. That's going to be just amazing. So, you have anything else you'd like to add there, Lean?
I hear like current stories, so I'm like, get me in there. I wish.
You're quite an inspiration to us. Thank you, Karen. And if there's anything else you'd like to share with us, we're just about to wrap up here, but I'd like to just ask you anything else you need here.
I'm not really sure, but I know if there are someone that's watching out there, and if you're contemplating if this is the right thing for you, or starting an online business is the right thing for you, there is no right or wrong thing. It's like just making the right decision for you, because like Leon has tried many other online business, so there are many opportunity out there. It's just a matter of finding the one that best fit you. And this business that we have here may or may not, but until you find all the information, get all the detail, you cannot decide. So I encourage you just to sign up for our free workshop, and just to learn more about our business. Then you can get all the information, decide if this is for you. If it's not, that's fine, because all you really lost or invested in is 90 minutes of your time to watch our webinar. Beside that, there's nothing, but I'm sure you will find lots of value in our webinar, even though you don't pursue or continue this business. For me, and I'm pretty sure same for Lena and Nathan, it's been a life-changing 90 minutes in our life that we attended the webinar, because it's a game changer, a life changer for myself here. And I'm truly grateful that I did do that for myself. Like, do it for yourself, do it for your family, invest that 90 minutes to check out if this business is something that can make a change in your life and your family's life.
Yes. And that's true.
That's so awesome. Thank you. Thank you so much. And looks like we got a couple of people watching from Texas and Hanoi. And so this is very cool. I love the fact that other people are getting to see this message, and hopefully they are right behind us, checking it out. So thank you so much for your time, Karen. We really appreciate you being here.
You're very welcome. It's my pleasure. And thank you so much for having me tonight.
And by the way, we live in the US, but we're not really far away from you. Nathan just said your town, the town you live in, close to us.
Yeah, you're in Surrey, BC, right? Just over the border of Washington, and we're in Seattle area. So
Oh, you're in Seattle. Oh, well, before COVID, we head down to Seattle all the time. Well,
yeah,
I grew up in Surrey, but I actually moved out to Chilliwack, so that's about 45 minutes from Surrey. But still, you're not too far away from here. Yes.
not too bad. Yeah.
Close to it, close through the online, through the business.
For sure. For sure.
All right.
Thank you so much for
Thank you.
your time.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Everyone. Bye-bye.
Bye.